Hello. Welcome back. Sorry for not uploading yesterday. I was scalping quite a lot and I really didn't get the time to upload because the scalping was quite crazy. It was quite crazy. I was like waking up at night looking at it. So as you can see, yeah, the first day I made 54%. The next day I made another 80% just on the scalping. Um, I was basically doing it all night. But mind you, this is not some realistic shit to do. This is for my fun, just for in my hedge fund. This is Action Aggression. This is for gamblers, bro. I open it due to popular demand. It usually blows within a few months. Sometimes it goes up to a year. Yeah, it depends. But people love that shit. They love. I try to do between 2 and 5% a day, compounding daily on that, and people love it. So I do it. And I have a long-term normal one as well, where I'm very conservative, even more conservative than with my own stocks. There I aim at I don't do more than 50% a year. I don't do my own 10% limit or go down to like 6% like you do for myself. No, I don't go above 50% a year. I'm very conservative in my long-term fund. Anyways, let's get to it. Um, on the news, there's been absolutely nothing, which is good for a spy in a sense. I'll show you what I mean. And when I mean nothing, there's nothing that scares people because the market is driven a lot by panic and just greed, buying in greed and panic. But the feeling of panic is stronger, so that's the thing. A lot of fears of the U.S. Getting involved in the Iran war has been a big thing, and now yeah, there's nothing. Yeah. And now, SPY is approaching all-time highs again after this is when Trump introduces the tariffs for that short period of time, and this is afterwards. I mean, there's still a lot of them in place, a lot of trade restructuring for the U.S. Anyways, here's the trades that I posted in the server. This is the continuation to remove the sell loss. This is way above 5%. You should have been long gone out of this. This is on a 12-hour trade. Should have been long. You should be long gone out of this. If you like, like I said earlier, don't aim for more than 5%. So no reason to be in this anymore. No candle for reversal either, or a continuation of this. I mean, you could make a case for long, but it has already broken through and went down again. So it wouldn't be a trade I like, and you wouldn't get a good entry on it regardless. Here you see. Now this would suck. Fuck that. This is the other one. Oh yeah, this is the other one. Yeah, here you should have gotten out as well. If you went for the all the way to 4% and whatever more, and you didn't, your sell loss should have been in profit. So we're done with that one as well. Um, this one got a full loss on it, so that one's closed, done. Actually went into a very nice um, reversal somehow. No reversal continuation. But based on what? Like, don't like those kind of trades too much. Need to redraw SR lines on Monday. Do it every Monday. And here's this one as well. This also turned into a loss. Full loss for me if I would have been in it, which I wasn't. Here's our potentials that we got left. This is has been very interesting. Um, but it never really came to fruition for anything. Like the indecision was too big. Don't like it. Can't really get a proper entry. I was looking at it before I started recording, um, and I mean, you can make the case, but it is a valid trade, but it's not exactly something I would like very much. You can enter it here if you're not in the Discord. I'll post it in the Discord as well. I'll just make it green in case someone wants to. Um, don't like it too much to be honest, but I mean, see. Um, Here we're approaching um, resistance. And there's been so many breakthroughs, like just smashing throughs. Not a lot of classic reversals, probably because it's been a pretty volatile period. Market's been going through a lot of phases of panic and just straight bullshit. Um, People thinking there's going to be World War III, scared of tariffs. SPY's been a piece of shit. I mean, you could have bought last year and not been up for fuck all. Yeah. So with that concluded, I'm not gonna look for new setups today because I don't enter on Friday, so I don't want to get gapped or anything like that. Um, um, Only this potential right here. I'm just gonna wait for Mikey close, uh, and we'll see from there. Today I actually wanted to talk about something else. I want to make it like a text document for things, things, things to keep in mind. These are some macro factors I want you to keep in mind. Oh, here we go. So, yeah. So these are the big ones. These are macro factors for when you're doing your fundamental analysis. And oh fuck, I forgot my disclaimer. Um, if this is the first time you're watching this, I do not sell anything. I don't have any courses. I don't do anything. I'm a full-time trader. I don't do mentorships. There's no links, nothing for sale, absolutely nothing. I just make these videos. I have my Discord. You look at the Discord. We chat some shit. Not much. Um, and I just post the videos here. There's no. These are two channels. Nothing for sale. And a gym channel because I go to the gym. That's it. All right. And something I'm just gonna go call the fear factor. It's another one. War. Um, yeah, that's the biggest one. The fear factors. So taxes, regular, when they, these are all pertaining to the U.S. economy because when the U.S. economy is affected by something, it affects the whole world because the U.S. is the reserve currency for the world. And we're going to make some general guidelines here for how you can perceive these things in the market and how they affect currency pairs as well and shares. So taxes, or we're going to start with the easiest ones. So when it comes to trade, the more free trade, the higher SPY is going to go. We can look at the Trump tariffs right here. Um, we didn't start a recession or anything doing that, but it was still uptrending, but it took a big hit for such a short period of time. You know, it bounced up, but you can see it reacted. And when there's such a big sale, there's a huge dollar demand. So, lower tariffs, non-tariff barriers equate to a higher SPY, and and in that sense, weaker dollar. Dollar can get stronger as well. This is just in isolated cases. So if you see it happening in a spike, like for example, boom, one day big tariffs are announced and it spikes down, most likely the dollar is going to have the same kind of effect. Um, this is why we're seeing a lot of breakthroughs now because of the fear factor. And taxes, same for taxes. Taxes are going down, especially capital gains and corporate taxation. We immediately see uh, instead of higher SPY, I'll just call it a stronger market because it's an overall. It gives you an overall stronger market, and again affects the dollar, which again affects every currency. Just say affects all currency. This is a better way to put it, isn't it? Yeah. Very, very simple. And regulations, so regulatory reform. Let me make some spacing for to make it easier to read. Regulatory reform that eases up what they call red tape and that kind of thing. Essentially, lowering the regulatory burden has the same effect. Stronger market, we can see very, very. I remember in 2016 there was the 3-for-1 rule, and we saw the same kind of stuff. Should go back to some Imperial. I was trading back then. I was trading back then. I didn't trade currencies. I traded blue chips. It's not very easy to see now, but if we scroll it up here in 2016, the market just went in a straight fucking line up. This is when um, Trump first got elected. Holy shit. Yeah. Anyways, monetary policy. This one's even more important. I'd go as far as saying that um, the interest rate. Let me go back. Is almost like a gravitational pull for the market. Not just spy. It's very hard for me to adjust my vernacular because you also got the Dow. You also got like um, minor indices, indexes, all kinds of things that I don't really care about. But I'll just call it um, lower what, interest rate market, and that affects all currencies. And by the way, the reason I'm doing this is because someone specifically asked me about some generals for fundamental analysis, how I'm thinking when I'm looking at things like a beginner, like what are you looking at when you're looking at the news? Like what does this mean? Like so what? What if this happens? What if that happens? And government spending, this one is trickier, but generally, generally speaking, so the US already has a large deficit, which means that it's producing inflation. It's inflationary spending, right? So if there were to be spending cuts, which there never are anyways, so keep that in mind. But when there are spending increases instead, if there was, let me just mark it down for you. means higher inflation. That's just what it essentially is. It's just inflationary spending, uh, which equates to higher interest rates later on because inflation will go up. This is the way I look at it. And also, mind you, I manage. Um, I'll post this fucking thing in the Discord as well, so you can just look through it. But these are things, general things I look for when I open, for example, Bloomberg or any other news. I try to stay away from like bullshit, politically motivated stuff. I try to not read finance news. It's the only really thing I care about. What I'm trading. That's what I'm saying. Um, so, for example, stuff like this: China confirms U.S. trade framework vows to review export. So, China reiterates it will continue to approve export permits to control items. So again, this is more trade, this is low tariffs or non-tariff barriers. So, stronger market and affects all the currencies. So, trading blue chips and that kind of thing, I was constantly looking at this, especially for import heavy companies or export heavy companies as well. Domestic ones were different. Um, some other stuff doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah, Iran dismisses U.S. claim on nuclear talks resume next week. This could be some scare stuff, but I don't think so. Um, American independent defense build up. This is a whole new thing going on with Europe going to spend more on defense, but I don't really know if it's going to affect much because it's such a long-term plan. We're going to see it be in full fruition potentially within 10 years. So that's it's just talk. Um, Contentious minimum wage. Yeah, this is minimum wage is just another regulatory. Just view it as uh, a regulatory thing. Um, Escape the Trump years. Turn to UK university. Yeah, this is some politically motivated bullshit. It doesn't matter. Don't look at it. Escaping. What the fuck? And yeah, that's all I had. Tomorrow I'm thinking I'm gonna go through some more in depth. I want to hear though. I want to talk to people in my Discord, or you can comment and ask me, or I can you can join the Discord and ask me if YouTube allows me. But I want to go through my technical analysis as well. I've gone through some basic, very basic fundamentals here, and um, I want to go through some technicals. The fundamentals I don't use that much because I'm not a stock trader anymore. Used to be, but I'm not. But it does affect us, definitely. If this was to just dump, dump, like the US got nuked, the dollar would fucking, oh my god, the dollar demand would be so high. But it isn't gonna get nuked. It's just an example. Um, and that's all I have for now. I'm not gonna go through more pairs because I don't want more entries. I'm probably, yeah, I'm gonna remove this from potential now as well. And we're gonna redraw everything for next week. The only symbol I'd be down to trade now, don't usually enter on Fridays, like I said, is this one. No, not this one. Or, yeah, it is. Sorry, I'm just not on the right time frame. Yeah, it would be this one. Um, because it is such a long, large trade. Expect to be like all week in this, but um, because of that, should be fine. Mm, again, here are the entries. I'm not gonna enter this. Already did my 10% and some more for the month. I don't want to get into some gambling habit. Um, but again, thank you for watching. And as you can see, those other trades hit well. We had two misses and two very nice hits. I hope someone made money at least, um, or had some good trades, learned something. And thank you for watching.